Folks are cleaning up tonight after violent storms across mid-Missouri early today. Good evening, I'm Angie Bailey.
And I'm Jonathan Ketz. Thanks for joining us. Sedalia was one of the area's hardest hit last night, home of the Missouri State Fair, of course. KMU8's Matt Moreno shows us how the storm gave residents a bit of a rough ride.
I couldn't believe it happened. I got to be the unluckiest son of a buck around.
Mike Chitwood thought he would spend most of his day picking up tree limbs from his front yard. But when he turned his head, he saw a bigger project.
I was cussing about the trees in my front yard and see a big tree laying on my truck.
Chitwood isn't alone. Many Sedalia residents cleaned up their yards after a violent storm ripped through the city. Resident Russell Holman says he was in bed when a tree came crashing through his roof and into his home. Sedalia's mayor says the damage is so extensive it may be worse than the May 25th tornado.
When we had the tornado, within the city limits, we had the damage limited for the majority to one subdivision, and the damage from this storm is across the entire community.
The wind and lightning even caused the Missouri State Fair to open its gates 7 hours late.
We ended up with some damage to the fairgrounds, mostly with the tents and things like that, the temporary structures. No injuries to report, and that's a good thing. No livestock or animal injuries when it was done, so I think we're happy with the way that turned out in terms of our emergency plan and the way we reacted.
Despite bragging about how they reacted, State Fair officials refused to let our on-ground cameras near the damage or cleanup. Matt Moreno, KMU8 News, Sedalia.
Lots of damage there last night, Matt. Thanks so much. The fair did open today at 3 p.m. Even with the late opening, tonight's Luke Bryan concert is expected to go on as scheduled.